I've been into energy-efficient vehicles since the late 1970s. I bought the first hybrid you could get back in 2000. I've even had a natural gas car. Now, the all-electric Nissan Leaf. I waited 21 months for this. I love it, but it's a different kind of driving experience. It's so easy to charge my car. I release a lever, and then once I do so, I have a charging door that opens up at the front of the vehicle, and I just take this charging unit, this is a universal electric car charger, I just plug it in, and then you know you've made a connection successfully when the blue lights here are flashing. I know it doesn't look like a Ferrari, but we're ready to go for a spin, and it's even more fun to drive. The car is amazingly fast. It's by far the fastest car I've ever owned and actually ever driven. The car has no audible cues. As you're driving, the only sound you hear is the tires against the road. So as you accelerate, there's no noise. And so you don't have that sense, hey, I'm going too fast. The one thing that drives me crazy in this car is that it seems like you're always worrying about, do I have enough energy to do all the driving I need to do today? Am I going to have to call a tow truck? Because see, the thing with this vehicle, because you have no gas engine backup, is that if you run out of battery power, you're on the side of the road and you're calling AAA. So I'm very, very conscious about what driving I'm going to do. I love this Nissan Leaf. I think it's the best alternative fuel vehicle out there. But I'm about to meet up with some guys who think they've got a better idea. There you are with your imitation electric cars. Here's the real thing.
Oh, you want to play that game?
I have with me Chris and Jeff, who are both thrilled Chevy Volt drivers. So you both made a very different decision than I did, being electric only here. What was it that motivated you to go with one that had the gas assist?
I was worried about not being able to drive long distances, go on road trips, things like that, and then being independent enough to be able to use just one car to go to do everything, to commute to work, to go on road trips. That was important to me.
I had to have the gas assist because I'm driving 60 miles round trip per day.
My viewers are really economical kind of people. So they think we've all lost our minds when we're about to reveal how much these babies cost. So how do you justify to yourself or to somebody who asks you $40,000 and in my case $36,000?
I spend a lot of money up front for the car, but my operating cost is almost zero. I don't buy gas, or for commuting, I don't buy gas anymore, and my electric bill has gone up $10 a month.
Well, you have to look at what I drove before, right? I drove a vehicle that got about 15, 16 miles to the gallon. So I was, using 4 gallons of gas a day. And now I'm using less than half a gallon of gas a day.
One of the things that we face is when you need power for the vehicle, where in the world are you going to charge it? And so far, it's a little sparse on the charging stations. Has that been an issue for either of you?
Well, for us, because we have Chevy Volts, if we run out of electricity, we just continue on gasoline. That's why we're carrying around this engine that we don't use that much. But there are charging stations.
Gotta get that dig in on me, right?
But in the meantime, charging stations are popping up all over the country. There's over 2,000 now nationwide. There's about a dozen in the Atlanta area where we are now. They're really, really starting to pop up all over the place.
If you were to fast forward, let's say 5 years, do you think this is the dinosaur, or do you think that's the dinosaur, or do they both have a place?
I think they're both dinosaurs. I think the technology is going to really, move this technology forward, and we're going to be able to, enjoy all electric, with the range that we need to use in our everyday lives.
I think this kind of technology is absolutely unstoppable and inevitable because you look at the numbers and you start looking for downsides, then there are none. I mean, except for the upfront cost, and that's going to come down, The cars perform faster. As you know, these things leap off the line. They're fun to drive. They're more efficient.
Well, I got to tell you, when I look forward, I've been into this for so long, and I see what's coming over the next decade. I'm so excited because for so long, the oil-producing countries have had us in the United States over a barrel, and that is a chapter that's gonna end.